man chilling with his dog at the park. I approached him very slowly with my heart full of fear. Looked at his dog, oh my God, a ill reindeer. But then I was ill because the man had a beard and a bag full of goodies, 12 o'clock at night. So I turned my head a second and the man was gone. But he must have dropped his wallet back dead on the lawn. I picked the wallet up and then I took the pause, took out the lights and then it cold said Santa Claus. $1 million in it cold, hundreds of G's. Enough to buy a boat, magic car with ease. But I never steal for Santa, cause that ain't right. So I was going home to mail it back to him that night. But when I got home I bugged, cause under the tree was a letter from Santa and the door was for me. It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens, rice and stuffing macaroni and cheese, and Santa put gifts under Christmas trees. Decorate the house with lights at night. Snow's on the ground, Snow White so bright. In the fireplace is the Yule log. Beneath the mistletoe as we drink eggnog. The rhymes that you hear are the rhymes of carols. Like each and every year we bust Christmas carols. Christmas carols. Rhyme so loud and proud you hear it. It's Christmas time and we got the spirit. Jack Frost chillin', the hawk is out, and that's what Christmas is all about. The time is now, the place is here, and the whole wide world is filled with cheer. My name's DMC with the mic in my hand, and I'm chillin' and coolin' just like a snowman. So open your eyes, lend us an ear. We wanna say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
One, 2. Check me out right here, yo.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, then we might as well shine together. Better now than never, business before pleasure. P. Diddy and the fam, who you know do it better. Yeah, right, no matter what, we airtight. So when you hear something, make sure you hear it right. Don't make an ass out of yourself by assuming our music keeps you moving. What are you chewing? You know that I'm 2 levels above you, baby. Hug me, baby, I'ma make you love me, baby. Talking crazy ain't gonna get you nothing but choke, and that jealousy is only gonna leave you broke. So the only thing left now is God for these cats. And big, you know you're too hard for these cats. I'ma win cause I'm too smart for these cats. While they making up facts, we waking up plaques.
In the commission, you ask for permission to hit him. He don't like me, hit him while wifey was with him. You heard of us, the murderers, most shady. Been on the low lately, the feds hate me. The sun is they say my killing's too blatant. You hesitating, I'm in your mama crib waiting. Duct taping, your fam, destiny lays in my hands. Gat lays in my waist. Francis, M to the is H phenomenal. Gun rest under your vest, by the abdominal. Rhyme a few bars so I can buy a few cars. Then I kick a few flows so I can pimp a few hoes. Excellence is my presence. Never tense, never hesitate. Leave a nigga bent, real quick, real sick. Wrong nights, I perform like Mike. Anyone, Tyson, Jordan, Jackson, action, back guns, ridiculous. And I'm quick to bust if my ends you touch. Kids or girl you touch, in this world I clutch. 2 auto, Matos, used to call me Fatso, now you call me Castro. My rap flows militant, y'all faggots ain't killing shit. Oops, Cristal keep spilling shit. You overdid it, Holmes, you in the danger zone. You shouldn't be alone. Hold hands and say it like me, the most shady. Frankie baby, fantastic, graphic, trying to make dough like Jurassic. Parked in, quick to spark kids who start shit. See me, only me, the underboss of this Holocaust. Truly yours, Frank White.
I got the real live shit from front to back. To my people in the world, where the fuck you at? Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? Where the fuck my bitches at? Where my bitches is at? We got the real live shit from front to back. To my people in the world, where the fuck you at? Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at?
math on. Break it down, split it up, get your laugh on. See you later, dog, I'ma get my stash on. There's a bag full of money that I get my ass on. I never lose the passion to go platinum. Said I live it up till all the cash gone. Ain't that funny? Only use plastic, crafted to make classics. Hotter than acid, PD, blowing on your tape of CD. The Billboard killer, no team killer. The famo, ammo is every channel. We've been hot for a long time, burning like a candle. What you can do is check your distribution. My songs bumpin' Houston like Scarface produced them. You ain't got it like me, you just mad cause I tell her how it is and you tell her how it might
We got
be.
this shit mapped tight, brass knuckles and flashlights. The heaters and the two-seaters with 2 meters. Senoritas, kiss rings when you meet us. P. Diddy run the city, show no pity. I'm the witty one, Frank's the crook from the brook. Maddie broke the neck of your coat connect. No respect, squeeze off to all y'all diminish. Shootouts for 20 minutes until we finish. Then it's to the loot, escape in the coupe, break bread with the kiss. Panero, Chic Luch, Black Rob join the mob. It ain't no replacing him, niggas step up. We just macing them, placing them in funerals. Criminals turn the vows to Brick City. Nobody come off like P. Diddy. Business wise, I play men. Hard money on the island Cayman. Y'all just betray men, we spray men. Opposition, competition of the day in the life of the commission.
We got the real live shit from front to back. To my niggas in the world, where the fuck you at? Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? Where the fuck my bitches at? Where my bitches is at? We got the real live shit from front to back. To my niggas in the world, where the fuck you at? Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? Where the fuck my bitches at? Where my bitches is at? We got the real live shit from front to back. To my niggas in the world, where the fuck you at? Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? Where the fuck my bitches at? Where my bitches is at? We got the real live shit from front to back. To my niggas in the world, where the fuck you at? Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? Where the fuck my bitches at? Where my bitches is at? We got the real live shit.
Fuck y'all niggas wanna do.
It's all fucked up now. What I'ma do now? Huh? What I'ma do now? It's all fucked up now.
All right, check 1, 2. Good evening. Hold on. Let me just get everything ready here. Bow. I think they should be able to hear you, Clarky. Clarkster. Hold on 1 second, Clark. My bad. That's my fault. Give me 1 second, buddy. Bow. Live.
Good evening. How's everybody doing this hump day? Hump day is here. Ruckus Radio, Clark and Rich
Clark's
back on the check-in.
That's Clark yelling. No, Clark's not yelling. Clark, are you
I'm
yelling?
not yelling
already?
at all. I don't think I'm yelling. I think I'm being calm and relaxed. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. We got a lot to talk about tonight, a lot to unpeel, and we're ready to get it on. Ready to get it on. And I hope you enjoyed the music selection. And yeah, that's
Clark, which song did you pick, buddy?
Well, I picked the Run DMC song,
Yes, you did.
Christmas at Hollis. Yeah.
I thought it was too early for it, but I guess you're in the
Well,
holiday
I didn't-
spirit, you know.
Listen, I didn't think it was a problem. I mean, you know, it's Run DMC. It's Run DMC. Well, you know, what's the problem? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Victory was
So-
mine. Biggie Smalls. You know, I saw it right there. I said, "Oh, I haven't heard this song in a while." Busta Rhymes and Biggie Smalls. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry we're a little late. That's my
You want to
fault.
tell them why, Rich, we're late?
Yeah, we're a little late today because first I was finishing up the Fargo, the last 2 episodes. Was not going to go live till I watched it. Crack. We'll get into that, and then unfortunately, I had pressed the wrong button, so we couldn't figure out why Clark's mic wasn't working, and I blamed Clark. But then I admitted
You
it,
did.
and then I realized it was my fault. So Mac J, you
Yeah.
could scratch that message I sent you.
Oh, man. So you were already sending me to the
Yeah, I
dog
was
pound.
telling Mac J, I'm like, oh my God, it's mic don't work.
So you were sending me already to the dog pound.
What's
Yeah.
going
I
on,
see how you-
everybody? All right, Cliff Bravo, I see you. HB2, and I picked up some blueberry muffin. Really good shit. Really good shit. JPS, what's poppin'? BK Hopper, I'm glad that you got out of jail. Dark Eyes, good evening, and everybody else, salute, and welcome to another episode. Clark, what are we setting it off with? Let's go.
We got a lot to talk about, but before we do that, let's just kick it off with just the I mean, let me just say the freaking the pathetic, the just the worst case scenario bestowed poor Nate Robinson. He has become the king of all memes for the week.
All right.
I mean, the worst.
I'm going to let you run with it, but I'm tired of talking about Nate. This is the last night.
I know
we talk
you're
about
tired of
Nate
talking
Robinson
about it.
because we've been talking about Nate Robinson since Monday. Shit has happened since then, but go ahead. What
Listen,
about what are they still abusing him?
The memes keep coming in, and it's not pretty. The internet, they're straight savage, okay? I mean, this guy cannot catch a break. I mean, he is the lame duck of the week, probably of 2020, and there's a lot of lame ducks to go around. Hello, Giuliani. Hello, Trump. But anyway, I digress. But listen, the memes of the week, let's just go with the top three right now,
Top
Rich.
three. All right,
Let's start off with the first one.
Okay, here's the first one. I'm going to bring it to the screen. I'm going to leave it up there for 5-6 seconds, and then I'm going to bring it back, Clark, so you could let everybody know what it's about, right? All right, hold on 1 second. Boom, boom. Clark's getting everything all right. Okay, boom. That was the first one, buddy.
Oh, man, this one hurts really bad. You know why? This came from the gaming community, a community that is very accepting and is usually anti-bullying. But here they are joining in the bandwagon. Pitchforks are out, and they are giving Nate Robinson that work video game style. That's our first roast of the day.
Second one. Let's go to the second one. Just get Nate right out of the system. I'm done. No more Nate. Anybody talks about Nate Robinson after today, I'm hanging up the phone. Let's go. Here's the second one. Clark, 5, 4, and a 3, 2, 1. Here we go again. Boom.
Now, you know it's bad when furniture store companies in the Midwest are getting in on the memes, and they are advertising in their advertisements with Nate Robinson falling asleep, sleeping in the most comfortable couch, the most convertible couch you can ever imagine.
Right.
Yeah, man. Nate Robinson, oh, man. You are the roast of the week. And last but not least, go ahead and play this one here.
That's about 2 minutes of my life I'll never get back. This is the last one, Clark.
Listen, this one here, this is a bunch of kids. You know, they're basically creating a trend. It's the Nate Robinson sleep trend. And man, if I was Nate Robinson right now, I would be Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon 1 in the trailer style
How
right
much
now.
money did he make any money for getting knocked out? Was there any promo?
$600. $600. Now,
there's nothing else. There's no advertising.
There's a bonus.
Money. Yeah, that's what I mean.
There is a bonus. My sources in the sports world, because as you know, I'm also a co-host of the Sports Hub coming up on Mondays at 7 p.m. before Monday Night Football. But let me tell you, my sources are saying he's looking probably at a payday of about $300,000 to $500,000. It may not seem a lot in the grand scheme of things when he's made millions in his NBA career.
I'll take $300,000.
But you know what?
Give my money, thank you.
But here's the thing: do you become the lame duck for $300,000 to $500,000 when you've made millions?
I don't give a shit.
Did Nate Robinson need
Is Nate Robinson
to make
ever going
a
to play
mockery of
basketball
himself
again? Exactly.
Well,
give me the $300,000 to $500,000. Let's keep it pushing.
Okay. All right. Well, let's keep it rolling then. All right then. Hey, but listen, I'm going to tell you something. Nate Robinson, I feel bad for him, man. He's having a rough time. And HB2N, yeah, that's funny.
Are they Russian? Are your sources Russian? I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, let me ask you.
I wouldn't doubt it with his dirty sources.
Dos vidania.
Clark, do me a favor. You don't just the mic is live, so you jumping up on it. It's like you don't got to go too far back, but when you go up on it like that, like you're pushing up, like on your favorite beverage, you don't need to. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. And
Thank
Eugene
you,
Daniels,
you'll learn.
Eugene Dennis,
sir.
Thank you for being a a very, very valuable, invaluable. I'm trying not to use the word. Rich hates me to use this word, so I'll just say a great
No,
listener.
I want you, Clark. I want you to use whatever words you want to use.
Well, Rich,
I'm not going to stop you.
After the disaster,
because we've made a deal. I'm going to be professional, and you're going to be professional. Hula hula.
Okay.
That's all. That's it. Now I say hula hula out of love.
Yes, sure,
I'm
sure,
calling you
sure.
Hula hula. That's it. Clark is about
All
40
right.
as a doorknob. Continue, Clark.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Okay, well, anyway, yeah. So let me tell you. So let's just dive in. Let's unpeel some entertainment onions here.
Let's go. Entertainment onions. What's the first thing we're talking about today, Clarky?
We've got to talk about.
Clarkster.
You're rich. You know that you're really rich. We're gonna talk about the Mandalorian. but we're gonna give it
Mandalorian. Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
we're gonna give you the actual accurate Mandalorian.
Well, let's just say
synopsis.
that there was a huge debacle last night as of Monday night. You know what I'm saying? 2 debacles, 2 nights in a row. Something that gives me heartburn. But yesterday, Melquan the General, salute to him, tried to tackle a subject he doesn't know much about because he likes The Mandalorian, but he hates Star Wars. How's that going to work? So we let him do what he had to do. We are here to clean up the mess, as they say, clean up in aisle 7, and we're here. We're going to clean it up. So I'll let you begin because as soon as you let me go, I'm going to rip into it. You may need a bell to calm me down.
Oh, well, listen.
Let's go.
First and foremost, by far, this episode was sensational. It was sensational. It was Jedi lore. It was bringing characters that we've never seen on the screen before.
Okay.
Live. Amazing show.
Okay.
I thought it was phenomenal. Rich, let's start off with the introduction of and I know you're going to say this correctly.
Yeah.
Can you please give the correct pronunciation of our beloved Jedi, portrayed by Rosario Dawson, who I must say was fantastic.
Ashoka Tano. That's
Thank
her
you.
name. Now,
Right. So-
go ahead. I will because
Right.
I got everything. I'm ready to go. I'm revving.
Yes,
I'm-
it's not a Shaka
light
Khan.
revving, Clark.
Well, yesterday, we had one amateur person go through and call her a Shaka. This is not a Shaka Khan.
A
This is not a
Shoko?
music. Right. This is not a shogun. This
Yeah.
is not anything like that. And it was frankly, it was a disgrace, or as Rich would say, disgrazie.
Yeah,
it was
absolutely,
really not good.
Absolutely,
Not good at all.
He dropped the ball on that one.
He dropped the whole freaking boulder.
Shots fired at Melquan the General.
He dropped the whole boulder. Okay, he dropped the whole boulder.
I'm gonna sip some coffee. I got caffeine and chronic.
Listen,
coursing
I
through
was
my veins
disappointed.
Right
I have chocolate milk in my trusty coffee mug.
now. Clark, I have to ask: is that regular milk or skim milk?
To be honest with you,
Yes,
it's
please
skim-
be honest.
It's skim milk.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. But it's that's for another episode.
Yeah. But no,
Monkey Man TM, good evening. Thank you for joining in. Big Money Grip, HB2N. Like I said, I got blueberry muffins. Let's get right into it. The name of the episode was The Jedi, okay? We got the Mandalorian. He needs to take Baby Yoda to his own peoples because he ain't all about taking care and raising the kid. You know what I'm saying? This is some sentimental value because of the way he was brought up and how the Mandalorian saved him as a foundling. Now, karma turns out that he needs to do the same for Baby Yoda up to this point. He gets to a planet where Ashoka Tano is. Now, let's just stop right there, ladies and gentlemen, okay? If you're gonna
unpeel it.
Thank you very much. If you're gonna watch The Mandalorian, and truly understand what's going on, you need to watch The Clone Wars, season 1 to 7, and you need to watch Star Wars Rebels. Now let's just break down the timeline. The Clone Wars takes place between The Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars Rebels. Yeah, you're right. Star Trek.
What are we talking
Where
about
the
here?
fuck did I get into Star Trek? Jesus,
It was
Clark.
yesterday. It was. I'll blame yesterday.
Reel me
Yeah.
in, Clark. Reel me in. Okay.
Well, you
so-
know,
yeah,
I'm taking
yeah.
it easy today.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead,
Yeah,
yeah.
take it easy. Come along, go take it easy. So, Star Wars Rebels takes place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. Okay? Stay with me. The Mandalorian is 5 years after Return of the Jedi. To truly, truly enjoy The Mandalorian, you need to watch the Clone Wars and you need to watch Star Wars Rebels. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not one for animation. But the Star Wars animation is crap. Clark, have you watched any of these shows that I'm talking about right now?
First, yes, I have
okay.
absolutely.
All right.
And as you stated, the animation, and remember, this is ahead of Disney Plus. This was way before Disney Plus.
Facts.
This was actually
Netflix.
Yeah, this was So
Yeah.
this is ahead of its time. But listen,
Yeah.
it was phenomenal. If you really are a Star Wars fan, if you really love Star Wars, and you know what? There are a lot of people out there, right? So, we had some disparaging comments from, what we call, I don't know, amateur host, amateur night at the Entertainment Report, the Rona Barrett of gossip. I don't even know.
Amateur night at the liquor store, sir.
Yeah,
Amateur
but-
night at the liquor store.
But frankly, you don't call Star Wars fans weirdos. So I say to you, Liquor Man, get off of the liquor bottle and remember the right name, say it right, okay, and get your shit together. All right, go ahead, Rich.
Now, I'm just gonna say you can call some Star Wars fans weirdos because I've seen them go as far as dressing up and waiting online for the Phantom Menace and shit with plastic lightsabers in the street. That's a little weird for me. But do I dig what I feel is going to be the greatest fucking saga of my lifetime? Is definitely Star Wars. Because the stories will never end. I thought about it today. Way after I'm gone, they're still going to be making Star Wars stories because it's never ending what George Lucas created. The universe of Star Wars is always expanding, just like the universe itself. Let's get back to the show. Now we find Ahsoka. Okay, first of all, I want everybody to understand that even though I just killed the mosquito, nice. Even though their episode is the Jedi, she is no longer a Jedi. Okay, she is not a Jedi. She may be a trained Jedi by Anakin Skywalker, but she does not practice Jediism. She's not a peacemaker. She's on a mission to find Thrawn, and I'm going to tell you guys who Grand Admiral Thrawn is in the scheme of the Star Wars timeline. So
And let me elaborate just a little bit more further. She's rogue, man. She's rogue. You got to remember, this was after Order 66. And if you know Jedi lore, you know who ordered it. And I will go ahead and say, execute Order 66.
now for you,
Those of you that don't know, that was the Emperor.
There you go.
Who ordered Order 66 was to execute all Jedis.
Right. So, now here's why I'm saying that Ahsoka is no longer a Jedi. Because in the end of the Clone Wars show, she drops her lightsabers. The reason why she has 2 white lightsabers instead of 2 green lightsabers is because they're trying to tell you she is no longer a Jedi. She is on her own path right now. Now, with that being said, let it be understood that yesterday there were some mistakes made. Anakin Skywalker, before he became Vader, trained Ahsoka. That was his Padawan. Like
Correct. It wasn't the
Obi-Wan
other way
Kenobi-
around.
Yeah, it wasn't the other way around. Like Obi-Wan Kenobi trained Anakin. Every time a
Correct.
Jedi is granted Jediism and is a Jedi master, he is given a pupil to train. And hopefully they can pass the Jedi trials. and
Otherwise
become
known as a
Jedi.
Padawan.
A Padawan, that's right. There you
Yes. Yeah, so I mean, there was a lot of inaccuracies yesterday in the show, the Entertainment Report, starring the Liquor Man of the South and the lovely,
Man of
the,
South.
Well, he lives in the south of Brooklyn, doesn't he?
Let me just put his banner up here real quick. I just gotta say, I don't know, Clark. I know you can hear me, but they're not going to be able to hear you. So just wait till I bring this back. But doesn't Melquan the General look like he's been beat up in this banner? Now, hold on 1 second. Boom, your reply, sir.
He looks like a homeless person. He looks like a hobo. He looks like the hobo from the movie. Trading Places. Remember Trading Places with Eddie Murphy?
Yes, I do.
Okay, he looks like Eddie Murphy when he was portraying himself as a hobo.
Now, Eugene Davis, I understand to the novice Star Wars watcher, we're like, what the fuck are we talking about? We are not talking to the novice Star Wars watcher. We're talking about the people that went after the books and read the books. Now, let's get to Baby Yoda. This has to be the best episode of 2 seasons. And if you guys are complaining about the length of each episode, the next episode is only coming in at 31 minutes this Friday. So go figure. This episode, The Jedi, was a pretty long one. Now, we find out Baby Yoda, his name is Grogu. And Grogu was a foundling in the Jedi Temple at Coruscant. Not Croissant.
Right before.
Not Croissant. Coruscant.
Disgraceful.
That's just
croissant. I mean, what kind of bullshit
croissant
lame pronunciation is that?
He said croissant.
He said croissant, and then someone.
I had to get in there and tell him so he wouldn't just kill himself. But anyway,
it was just a disgrace, really. And his internet connection and his phone, his rotary phone service, Bell Atlantic style, was absolutely atrocious too.
If you remember, in the Revenge of the Sith, when Anakin went full-blown Vader before he fought Obi-Wan Kenobi. I said Kenobi, right? He went to the Jedi Temple to slaughter all the little baby Jedi.
All of them.
According to Ahsoka, Grogu was there. Now you have to ask yourself, how did he escape? Who helped him escape? Was it Yoda that helped him escape? Because we know after Revenge of the Sith, only Obi-Wan and Yoda is really the main 2 Jedis that are alive. You know, besides
and a fun
Emperor
fact
and Vader.
Fun fact: Yoda was exiled in the Dagobah system.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Yoda was self-exiled in the Dagobah system. While Obi-Wan went to Tatooine.
Yeah, Tatooine. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so now that's the question you have to ask. First, who helped him escape? How did he escape? How was he hidden for all this time, 5 years after Return of the Jedi? Okay, so hopefully the writers are going to fill in these holes, along the line to answer the questions. Now, did anybody realize anything amazing about the quick battle between the Mandalorian and Ahsoka? Clark, did you notice anything?
Well, I did notice a few things.
Go ahead.
A couple of observations. One was the use of the sabers. That was one. The other would be
the sabers. What are you talking about, man?
I'm talking about the.
Okay. Because we only have a certain time for the show.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the first time in the history of Star Wars that a lightsaber couldn't penetrate through something, which is the Mandalorian armor.
Well, I was just trying to tell you that.
Well, I don't think so.
I said the lightsaber, the saber, and then...
No, you didn't say it.
I was going to say the
Stop right
armor. It didn't pierce through the armor.
Woulda, coulda,
Well, I was
shoulda,
trying to get
it
my.
didn't.
Well,
Thank
I
you
was
very
trying to get my
much.
train of thought.
Thank you
I was
very
trying
much.
to get my train of thought.
Woulda, coulda,
but it was.
shoulda.
I
If
was
you were
headed
on the
there.
ball,
I
you
said
woulda
the
spit it
saber.
out
I said
you
the
woulda
saber.
spit it out immediately.
Well, I did say the saber, and I
We
wanted
see
to
the
build it up.
lightsaber go through anything. The only thing a lightsaber
understand
can't
this.
go through is another lightsaber up until that episode. That
Correct.
episode showed us what? Showed us that a lightsaber can't get through Mandalorian Beskar steel. Now, here's even a bigger point about the so-called Mandalorian Jedi War that we keep hearing about. Is this the reason why the Jedi thought that the Mandalorian were a threat? Because they couldn't get through their armor. And that leads me to ask,
Facts.
are Mandalorians able to be duped with Jedi mind tricks? Or are they immune to Jedi mind tricks?
Well, let's remember,
I'm
Jabba
just
the Hutt.
asking.
Listen, Jabba the Hutt was able to withstand any kind of. You remember that?
Eugene Davis hates what we're talking about.
I know he does. Don't worry, we'll get to
Damn,
Fargo.
Eugene.
We're gonna get to Fargo. I know, buddy. I know.
All right, listen.
Go ahead.
So here, really quick, of course. See, Rosario Dawson looks lovely here. Most of the time, I think she looks like a. How you doing? I'll just keep it at that. But here she looks okay. I think great pick for picking Rosario Dawson. Let me get right back to Clark.
The casting was amazing.
Yeah, there you go.
The casting was amazing. I mean, it was spot on. I think that for sure, 100%. This was an excellent pick.
Eugene Davis, wait, I'm sorry. Eugene Davis said, here's a fun fact. Star Wars isn't fun. By the way, I'm throwing some sour diesel in the air for anybody that's blessing the atmosphere. I know what Eugene is using, kosher kush. Anybody else, just let me know in the room what what you're partaking in. Getting back to this amazing episode.
Amazing.
I want to know about the Jedi Mandalorian War. And next time when we come back, I'm going to see anything I could find about this so-called war. If I could find any literature on this so-called war, I will come back next Wednesday and I'll let you guys know about the so-called Mandalorian War. But let me just tell you something about the Dark Saber. Being that this Dark Saber has come into play in the Mandalorian, okay? If you take it from the timeline of the Mandalorian, where they are in the Star Wars timeline, the Dark Saber was created thousands of years before the Mandalorian. And it was created by the first Mandalorian that was allowed to become a Jedi. And I'll just tell you right now, his name is Tali Vizsla. Okay, Tali Vizsla.
Let me give a shout out to real quick, Rich,
Yeah.
to Cliff Bravo, who
Yeah.
obviously is a huge Star Wars aficionado, and
right.
he is just spewing out awesome knowledge. We see you, Cliff Bravo, and may the Force be with you. Go ahead, Rich.
That was just retarded, but okay. Greasy man, nobody
Rich,
cares
it's
about
not
your
nice to use
crickets.
that word.
And
It's
if
not
there's
nice to
anybody
use.
with a wrench in the room, please come in and delete whatever Mac J says. for
I
the
think we
next
should
10
give
minutes.
Cliff Bravo. I think we give Cliff Bravo a wrench and let him go.
I think I'd like to hit
Jedi
you with a
crazy.
wrench. Can I hit you with a wrench? Thank you.
Yeah, you're delightful.
Yeah. The Dark Saber again what belonged to Tali Vizsla, which was the first Mandalorian Jedi. Okay, unlike the fake Mandalorian we seen this morning, a greasy man Mandalorian, which was a good laugh, as they say. Hardy har har har. You know. What else? Dark Saber, first of its kind, and was a symbol for House Vizsla of Mandalore, and became such a powerful sword that legend has it, he who owns the sword rules Mandalore. Okay? So that's what I'd like to add about the Dark Saber. And I think I'm pretty much done with the Star Wars, except for Grand Admiral Thrawn. Okay? Clark, can I just talk about Grand Admiral Thrawn really quick?
Please do.
Okay.
Give the background story on this, because this is not a known
Yeah,
villain.
it's not. Just give me 1 second, Clark. If you can entertain
Yeah, I
everybody
mean,
really quick because I
before
thought
we,
the picture.
as Rich gets his thoughts together, we've got some exciting topics to still cover
Yeah.
in this last half of the episode of today's episode. We're going to cover the redo of The Godfather Part 3, The Death of Michael Corleone, The Godfather Coda. This one is an interesting retro release that has been director's cut by Francis Ford Coppola.
I'm not gonna go crazy and start giving it praises. It's just edited film of.
Well, we haven't.
scenes
Wait,
that
let's
he
not.
has,
Okay,
and, okay.
I'm just giving them a teaser.
You're upselling it like it's.
Well,
the
I'm
gift to
upselling
the
it
world.
because I'm
And,
excited about it.
Godfather 3 was the
Well,
worst out of all
Rich,
of them,
didn't
buddy.
you have a- you had a
Yeah, I
task.
do, but you get me started.
I know,
Don't
but
get me
Rich, you had a
started.
task, though, right? Just
You
let's
get me
focus on the
started,
task.
please.
I understand. Let's get
You're
focused on the
talking
task.
rubbish here.
Okay, well, let's focus on the task. Thank you.
Okay, boom, there you go. Let me just give props to the doing better numbers. This works out. I just had to put that out there. Thank you. All right, hold down.
That's an incorrect fact.
No, actually, it is. I just looked again.
Well, first of all,
I just
look at
looked
the
at
other numbers. It didn't beat the
I'm
first show.
sorry. Yeah,
it didn't beat
it's
the.
about
You
to.
are comparing
It's
it with the
about
show
to.
that you
It's
said
about
was
to.
a debacle.
It's
That's
about
unacceptable.
to. It's
I
about
disagree.
to.
I disagree.
It's about to, sir. Okay.
I
anyway,
disagree.
now if you guys who are watching the
You're doing that to
Mandalorian-
irritate me.
I'm not doing nothing to irritate you. I'm just telling the truth.
Professional,
Would
remember, you told
I
me
am being
professional.
professionally
Right.
letting you know that last night's shows is doing better than the
Well, I
sports
think
hub. That's
that
all I
you're
gotta say.
manipulating. Okay, just go. Just
Okay,
go.
thank
Go
you
ahead.
very much. Thank you. Okay, so
Yeah,
anyway, if we for those that watch The Mandalorian, you know that Ahsoka is fighting the magistrate, and she wants a piece of information from the magistrate that's running the city and the village and torturing the people. She wants to know where Grand Admiral Thrawn is now.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Welcome to the room, Stephanie D.
Grand
we appreciate
Admiral
you.
Thrawn. First of all, let me just show you a picture of Grand Admiral Thrawn. Okay, and then we're
He has a
gonna
beard.
Yeah, no, he has no beard. Okay, boom. This is what Grand Admiral Thrawn looks like on Star Wars Rebels, and this is what he's portrayed as in the books. And I'm gonna get right to it. How you did, Mr. Handsome? Okay, so that's Grand Admiral Thrawn. That's who she's looking for. Now,
Why is she looking for?
Oh, that I don't know. That I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you who Grand Admiral Thrawn is. And
Unpeel this mystery.
he's no fucking joke. Okay.
Thank you,
No joke.
Serpent Z Society, for subscribing. We appreciate it.
Now, I told you that The Mandalorian, it takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi. I also told you guys how disgusted I am with the movies and the stories that they use because George Lucas gave a writer back in the late 80s, early 90s, if I'm not mistaken, by the name of Timothy Zahn, and allowed Timothy Zahn, he said, can you finish off the stories? I'm going to give you permission to finish off the stories. So there's actually books for part 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to bring that to the screen right now. For those of you that really, really like Star Wars, okay, you need to read these books. Star Wars, these are written by Timothy Zahn. Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command. Now, in the first two books, you see Thrawn's face split in half. And in the last book, you see Thrawn standing there in his uniform. Grand Admiral Thrawn is the only alien Grand Admiral that the Emperor picked out of all his human Grand Admirals. Thrawn is an alien, and he sent Thrawn out to the farthest edges of the galaxy. Okay? Now, let me bring Clark back in here really quick. Now, why the books are important and
They're
why
part of the canon.
and why Mandalorian is important because the books are written 5 years in the books. The timeline is 5 years after Return of the Jedi. Mandalorian is 5 years after Return of the Jedi. So what does that mean? That means in the Mandalorian, Luke, Leia, Chewbacca, Han
Are still
Solo
around.
are there, only 5 years older than they were in Return of the Jedi.
100%
Now,
correct.
in the books that Timothy Zahn wrote, they are battling Grand Admiral Thrawn. And Grand Admiral Thrawn in the book is after Leia's babies. She's going to have twins. They're both going to be Jedis because we know Jedis are born in twins. They're always born in two, according to Jedi lore. Okay? So 5 years after Return of the Jedi is where the books take place, is where Mandalorian take place, and now I believe they're tying in the show to the books, which should have been done years ago, by the way of Grand Admiral Thrawn. And I'm going to say it right now. He's a chess player. He's a chess master. He
reminds me.
He is a tactician, and what he does is just incredible in the books. So now the Mandalorian is about to go places where no Star Wars fan has been, literally. So that's all I have to say. This show is about to get really fucking crack really quick.
Rich, I can feel your passion.
Yeah.
It gives you strength.
Yeah, Clark, come on, let's move it up, buddy. Let's go. Thank you.
All right. It was only a few seconds, though. Did you have to, like, I mean, really? I mean, it wasn't like I was doing it the whole time. You know what I mean? You could have given me that little fucking bone, part of my expression.
Right.
All right. Let's move on. All right, so we've talked about Star Wars. Let's get down. Let's move away from Star Wars. Let's move away from Mandalorian.
Okay.
Let me give a shout out to all the Star Wars fans out there. But let's talk about which I think was one of the best season of Fargo, and an amazing finale to a great season. Rich, you saw it today. Give me your initial impressions. What did you think?
Well, yeah, like I said, I finished the last 2 episodes, so I'm fresh off the season finale. All I gotta say is, brah fucking vo. They killed it. The show was absolute crack. There's never a good ending in the Fargo series, and I thought they were going to end it with the boy coming home, but of course not. Classic Coen style. Shit goes downhill real quick. Amazing story. Are we giving out spoiler alerts, sir? Are we going to do
Okay,
that?
let's do a spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the finale of this season's Fargo, starring Chris Rock, please keep in mind we are running into spoiler territory. I appreciate the fact that my co-host actually, made that
Brock,
disclaimer.
let's get down to business.
All right, well, let's
Time's
do
ticking,
it,
buddy.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm ready.
So,
go.
Of course, Chris Rock dies in the end, but his son does return home. Okay, and the fact that the son grows up to be Mike. Am I wrong? Is it Mike Milligan or Mulligan? Mike Milligan, which is Hakeem Budwine from season 2. Chris Rock's. I love the Coen brothers, man. They tie it in all together. This is salute to Miss Meats that said that this may be the theory 4 or 5 weeks ago. Amazing. Let me bring Clark right back in. Go ahead, Clark.
Let me say how incredible that was to tie in and ultimately lead us into the amazing character portrayed. Extraordinary character.
Who are we talking about?
Mike Milligan was an amazing character in season 2.
Yes.
Was basically a hitman, assassin, a fixer, whatever you want to call it. But here's the thing that's amazing.
Mike Milligan was the best, bro.
He
was awesome.
The big running thing was, what is with your name, right? Irish.
Yes.
Ancestry.
Yes.
He took on the name of his savior, the one who taught
Rabbi
him
Mulligan. That was his name. That was his name in the show.
The one who told him how to shoot.
Yeah, Rabbi Mulligan.
Cocked the gun. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the one that took care of him.
I gotta tell you.
Can we just salute this guy for keeping his vow to Chris Rock? Salute that man, Clark. Thank you. He kept his word to Chris Rock. He was such a tragic character.
Very tragic.
If you guys remember how the show started, the gangsters in Kansas City, to keep the peace, would trade their firstborn. It's some fucking Dark Age barbaric shit. They were trading away their children to have equal leverage on each other.
And absolutely right. And this poor guy was not traded just once in one war, twice by his father. So what does he do? He says, you know what? You're not my dad. And he turned on his dad and killed his dad.
He let the Italians come in and kill the whole Irish mob. And his father cursed him while dying. He said, curse you, boy.
And killed him. And let me tell you something. He was an amazing character, so well written. It was almost poetic how he dies in that tornado. And, you know, again, I can't say it enough. Rich, I know you and I argued about this before.
Hold on. I got... I said his name wrong. Bokeem Woodbine. I said Hakeem. I said Hakeem.
No, you didn't. Did you really?
I said Hakeem the Dream.
Oh, okay. Well,
remember when One Man Gang became Hakeem the Dream? Okay, anyway.
Yeah, I remember.
Thank you, Greasy Man, for pointing out my mistakes again, sir. Fuck
Okay,
that
so
shit. Y'all know what I meant, though.
Listen,
Blade.
the big thing to take away from this show,
Made Man 81.
Chris Rock. Listen, Chris Rock was amazing. When Chris Rock, listen, may I say something?
Two thumbs down.
Gotta be honest
sir.
here.
No,
When he
I'm not
took
gonna
the
be
knife,
honest here.
when he took the knife from that lady, he took the knife, you can't tell me that wasn't acting.
Who
right there.
took the knife?
Chris Rock's character at the end of the freaking movie.
Okay, all right. If that's what
You gotta admit that was some good ass acting.
Yeah. He died real well, but was mediocre through the whole show. Stop it.
He was not,
Okay,
Rich. You were such a hater.
First of all, salute to the kid, Satchel Cannon. That was his name, and grows up to be Mike Milligan. Yeah, that was his name until he grew up.
Correct.
And became Mike Milligan. Yes.
Yes, you are correct.
That's so crazy. Now I'm gonna go watch season 2 again. I
You have to.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah,
and let me tell you, if you guys have not seen season 2 of Fargo, they've got these hillbillies in there.
Yo,
they've got aliens. They got all kinds of shit
my
in there.
favorite shit was when that. I swear to God. No, first of all right, we'll get back to season 4, but season 2.
Yes.
The big burly hillbilly, the one that I said looked like a big guy. The best part is, remember when they're having a meeting in the kitchen, and he just comes into the kitchen and just grabs half and half milk and starts drinking it down like it's water. And I'm like, this dude's a beast.
Dude,
Son, I was done.
savage.
Savage.
But that if you haven't had a chance, you need to go back. I'm going to tell you, Fargo, the series has been amazing. If you're looking for something to stream, I definitely recommend it. But getting back to season 4, I got to tell you.
Let me just put up a scene between Chris Rock, who plays Luke Cannon, and his son, who's Satchel Cannon. And this was the scene when he trades Satchel to the Italian family. And he's like, yo, just do what you're told. But again, I mean, the Rabbi Mulligan, the kid, the Irish guy, he gave his word to Chris Rock. I mean, I got to fucking salute this guy. As soon as he knew that they were going to flip and try to kill the kid, he got him out of town. Let me bring Clark right back in. Boom.
The loyalty was there.
Yeah.
He did not want the kid to become the tragic figure that he was. But you gotta realize that ultimately the character that portrayed by Chris Rock is basically
Sylvia. That's right.
He's killed because he betrayed another character, which I thought was an excellent character, by the way. I can't remember her name, but the two ladies that were the
outlaws, the
outlaws.
Yeah.
Yep, the two women that they were lovers, and basically what ends up happening is again, spoiler alert, the lover gets shot in the head because Chris Rock's character, tells the U.S. Marshal where they're at to get the heat off of Chris Rock.
Oh, I couldn't figure out why she came back to.
That's why she did it. Remember when he said, "Tell her you heard. Don't say where you heard it from." Remember, and she knew she got sold out when that bullet hit her lover. You know what I mean?
Oh, good eye, Clark. I could not figure it out. Good eye. I hear you. Okay.
And you gotta admit, you didn't expect it, because if anything, you thought, okay, the mafia got him, right? The Italian mob.
Right.
However, when he got the knife, it was like, oh shit! Look who showed up. Remember her? And when she sinisterly just whispered and walked away, that was some crazy acting right there. So good stuff.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Satchel, the boy, didn't. I thought he was gonna kill her.
Right. No.
Like, why didn't Satchel avenge his dad? I don't know. That was just strange to me that he didn't grab his gun. Just give me 1 second. I just want to write something down.
Can we give a wonderful shout out to the incomparable, the lovely Miss Playful? Welcome to the room. We are graced to have you on the chat room as always.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I'm just saying welcome. You hear how you see what he's doing, Miss Playful? You see how he's doing me? Anyway, but welcome, and welcome everyone. And Rich, before I forget, real quick, Stephanie D was talking about a show that we should talk about one day, and it's called The Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, I'll get right to it. I'll get right to it. I watched it already. Give me 1 second.
Oh, you did watch it?
Give
Okay.
me 1 second. Now Clark keeps saying.
Thank you, Lucky, the chairman, for subscribing. We appreciate it.
Clark keeps saying Chris Rock. I'm sorry, mediocre at best. Here's some of the people that I
disagree, sir.
Okay, no problem. Here's some of the people that I thought actually stole season 4. Just give me a second, Clark. I'm gonna have to put up these banners, so just lay back for like maybe a minute tops as I run through these pictures.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
First of all, Emery Crutchfield, the daughter, who plays, I'll tell you right now, who plays Ethrita Smutney. Okay, she's the brilliant girl on the show that figured out that the nurse was a serial killer. Okay, so I thought she was phenomenal, and it's always good to see people of color portray people of intelligence. The girl could speak 2 languages. She studied European art and stuff like that. So I thought she was phenomenal in the show. Really quick, also. Let me see what her name is. Jessie Buckley, who plays Nurse Odetta Mayflower. She's the serial killer. I thought she was phenomenal in her role. The way sadistic, with the way she was having sex, the way she was killing people. I mean, she was out to lunch. And I think the greatest scene in the show was in the end when they killed the mobster. She just looked at him and was like almost as if she got aroused. So I thought she was phenomenal in that. Also, give me 1 second here real quick. Let me get to him. Jack, I think his name is, Jack Houston. Thank you, Clark. He was the detective with the fucking ticks. Another great character developed by the Coen brothers. Yes, and also he was from Boardwalk Empire. He played the character with half a face. But the one for me that stole season 4 is Salvatore Esposito, Gaetano Fada, the younger brother from Italy. I thought he was the best, a lunatic with those crazy killer eyes. Amazing stuff, but yeah, those were the characters. Chris Rock, boring. Everybody else that I just mentioned, though, I think stole the show. But still, kudos to Chris Rock.
I gotta say, you're spot on with all the characters. They were amazing. I mean, this was a true amazing cast. I'm not gonna take away from that. And I gotta tell you, the portly brother was absolutely savage, amazing, a complete brute, a force of nature, and it was a shame that he tripped over. The whole point of the joke going on in the show was that he was clumsy and he tripped a lot, which is why he ends up killing the guy in the cafe, the poor kid, because the kid laughed
at him. The best when not even that, but when he spit out the coffee into the cup. Right. You call this coffee, and he killed him. But
the irony is he trips on his own feet and
classic
blows
Coen.
his brains out.
classic Coen Brothers, Tarantino, dark humor. Irony,
it was.
You know what I'm saying?
It was the irony, was absolutely crazy. And let me just say, the crazy nurse, the killer nurse.
Oh yeah.
You know, when she's
Jesse
basically
Buckley, played by Jesse Buckley, who was Odetta Mayflower.
Lion Pit is Doug, and the one request she has to the executioner, to the guy who's going to kill her, is, can you just kill him first so I can see how it looks? That
to the
savage.
end. A true sociopath.
Savage.
A true
Savage.
sociopath. You know what I'm saying? So
she wasn't worried about dying. She just wanted to watch him die.
First.
She wanted to watch
She
him
took the
die.
bullet. She took the bullet braver than he did. You
Way
know?
braver.
She
He was
like,
a
look
weasel.
At him, look at him begging
He was
for
a
his life.
weasel. He was a snake. He was a weasel throughout the entire show, and he got what was coming to him. You know, that's for sure. But man, a great show. Rich is right. I don't like to really agree with every piece of morsel of information that Rich brings up. However, he is spot on when he talks about how great the cast was. I admit that was a great cast. You guys, whatever you do this week, finish off the Fargo season 4. And if you haven't seen the other seasons, remember, these are all standalone. But if you really, really start to pay attention, you'll see how they intertwine throughout the seasons.
Not really. Season 1, 2, and 4 are connected.
Well, didn't you just hear what I say? If you pay attention,
Season 3,
you'll see how they're
I don't know where.
intertwined.
Season 3 is a season you just need to forget.
Right.
But what
right.
a comeback with season.
But how they're intertwined is what I was saying, and that's really where you. I mean, this is an amazing show. All right, we are at about 17 minutes before closure of the show. I want to talk about The Godfather Part 3.
Okay, we're going to actually finish it in 7 minutes, but go ahead.
Okay, well, let's talk. We started at 8, though, Rich. Let's talk about The
Godfather.
Godfather. Oh, my bad. Let's talk about The Godfather Part 3. Rich, if you could bring up the ad for The Godfather.
There it is.
So let's talk about The Godfather Part 3. For those of you that live under a rock, you didn't see The Godfather Part 3. This is probably the illegitimate stepchild. The Fredo of all the Godfather movies is Godfather 3. It's many people hate it. A lot of people hate it because of the casting of Michael Corleone's daughter, Mary, that was actually Sofia Coppola, who is the daughter of Francis Ford Coppola. When Winona Ryder, who was originally going to portray the character of Mary Corleone, when she was going to Rome, she had a panic attack, stress, whatever you want to call it. Johnny Depp-itis. She was dating him at the time, but she dropped out, and then he brought her in. She had no lick of training at all. And let me tell you, it was rough to watch her because the performance is very wooden. Now, Rich, you remember this performance, right?
Part 3?
Right, Godfather 3.
Yeah, it was so bad. I was so bad that I forgot. I completely blocked it out of my mind.
Right, so here's what they've done. Here's what Francis Ford Coppola has done. He has gone back to the well. He has actually changed the beginning of the film and the ending. He has included the original ending, and subsequently some changes were made to different takes, especially as it pertains to his daughter and her performance. And from what I understand, all the reviews that I've heard or read so far have been extremely positive, and it actually improves the picture quite a bit. So the original title was The Death of Michael Corleone, and the original ending is intact in this movie, and the original beginning and their various scenes that were tweaked for this thing. So this is not a special edition. I did not. However, the reviews have come out. It's being released in theaters next week, and it'll be in Blu-ray.
What theater is that?
Just select theaters.
Oh, okay.
That are, yeah, just very small amount of theaters. But the point is that this Godfather Part 3 is and was redone with Francis Ford Coppola. So the director says this was the cut that I originally wanted. So for those of you that don't know, this was originally going to be the cut. Paramount Pictures said, hell no, you're not going to kill off Michael Corleone or put that in the title of the film.
Why?
So
The death of Michael Corleone would have drawn everybody out.
I agree. I completely agree. But I guess they really were skittish, and they made him redo the ending, and so there's a lot of changes. Now, does this ending result in a different outcome for the main characters, such as Mary Corleone?
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, she takes the bullet and gives one of the worst delivery of the lines ever.
This is the original part 3, right?
Right. She gets the shot that was meant for Michael Corleone in the opera steps.
Yeah.
She falls to the ground and she delivers her line like this. Ready? Dad. Boop. Dad. That's it. Listen, Rich. I'm not shitting you. That's how she delivered the line.
They shouldn't even have made a part 3.
That's how they delivered the line.
Part 2 was so dope. You could have just left it.
Well, I mean, listen. Part 3 was the most brutal. Michael Corleone at his most brutal.
I think the studio, they had a contract, right? He had to.
No. Let me explain. He had to make three because Zorthrop Studios was actually going bankrupt. So they made him an offer he couldn't refuse, and that's how The Godfather 3 came about. I'm willing to watch it again. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Eugene does mention that you can't improve it. The stain is already on the dress. Just accept the L. Leave it alone. I hated 3 and the fact that Mario Puzo is dead. Yeah. Eugene, many people think the same. I think that there was many flaws with part 3 as well, but there was also a lot of good that came out of it. Andy Garcia performance as Sonny's illegitimate bastard son is a highlight of that movie, in my opinion, as well as the haunting performance of Al Pacino's Michael Corleone, regretful after ordering the death of his brother in part 2. There's a lot of it's a redemption story, but ultimately a payback story in the sense that the sins of the father carry on to the children. So it's it's flawed without a doubt.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it because I love Al Pacino.
I'll watch it too.
Obviously, he's young still, so it'll be good to see him in a role again where
I agree.
He doesn't look like he should retire from acting, but
I want to see it myself, and it'll definitely be worth it. Now, Rich, before we go,
we could go on until 10 o'clock.
Okay, I appreciate it. So I do want to bring up something, and you guys are this is gonna be a treat for you guys. Okay. Rich, go ahead and roll up. This is going to be my pick, my retro pick of the week. As you all know, I always pick streaming shows and things like that. Well, this week, I want you to revisit a gem of a movie, of an action movie. Oh, that's
what this is. Okay.
That never got the attention that it should have gotten.
No, it did. It did. I mean, it wasn't going to win Academy Awards, but yeah, it's up. You could spin
The Long Kiss Goodnight, starring Gina Davis and starring Samuel L. Jackson, is one of the most underrated action movies of the mid-1990s. This movie is an absolute gem. If you have not seen it, and to the people that are in the room, Stephanie D., Dark Eyes, Eugene Dennis, Cliff Bravo, if all of you folks that are on the show, Made Man 81, Dallas, Texas. If you haven't seen this movie, The Long Kiss Goodnight, it's about a woman who suffers from amnesia. She is a small town teacher that finds out that she's a freaking assassin for the government. And let me tell you, this movie was insane. The action set pieces were directed by Rennie Harlin, who directed Die Hard 2, and he has directed several other action movies. This movie was actually endorsed by when Samuel L. Jackson was on the Tonight Show with that idiot that's on there now. What's his name, Rich? The goofy guy. What's the goofy guy in the Tonight Show? The unmemorable guy, the weirdo. Okay, well, anyway, he's unmemorable. But my point is that he said that his top characters that he ever portrayed, and of course Carson? He put in. No, not Johnny. Come on, that's it. Oh, come on now, really, bro?
Oh, Jay Leno.
No, the guy after that. The guy, the guy after that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's unmemorable. The point is that Samuel L. Jackson
Who
said
was after Jay Leno?
it's the other guy, not the one
Now we
that.
need to know.
Look it up. While you're looking it up, I'm going to tell the audience that The Long Kiss Goodnight is an excellent film, and let me tell you, it is phenomenal. It is one of the sickest action movies that you will see.
It wasn't.
Well, Rich,
Come
if you haven't seen it, listen.
trying to
I'm
make
telling
me
everyone,
sound like-
Rich, I'm telling everyone to revisit it, to give it an opportunity,
Revisit.
and to see it.
So if okay, you
When
got
I
it.
say revisit, Rich,
got it.
Rich, let me finish.
No, I
here.
hear you. I hear
Because
you.
no,
I-
you're
no,
borderline being petty.
No, I'm not being petty. I'm allowing you to share your feeling about.
you.
There you go. See,
I
I'm reeling
appreciate
myself
it,
back.
but you were going there. You have to admit.
Yeah, well, there's no way in the world that I would recommend
I knew it.
anybody to
I knew
go
it.
see Long Kiss Goodnight.
Okay, well, you know what?
You want to go
Thankfully,
see a dope movie with dope? You go see
Listen.
The Predator.
Samuel L. Jackson has stated that's one of his best performances and one of the best characters. He thought that movie was ahead of its time and that it would have been a huge hit. It was a medium-sized hit, but not a big hit. Samuel L. Jackson said that if it was marketed to women, this was way before women were considered action heroines like they are now. That this
Samuel
film
Jackson's
was
best
a
performance
badass.
Was Pulp Fiction.
Well, I'm telling you what Samuel L. Jackson said, okay?
Yeah,
So do you
because
think maybe
didn't
he
make
knows a
Pulp
little bit more than
Fiction,
you?
man. Because
he did say
he
Pulp.
didn't
Rich,
make Pulp Fiction when after by the
Rich,
time that movie came out.
Rich, yes, it was after. He said that was part of the top 5.
Yeah, True Lies. You know what I'm saying?
True Lies. What the
True
hell are you
Lies.
talking?
You could. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh my God! True Lies was a huge. Okay, let me just say one thing.
See True Lies over
let me just say something.
Over again.
Team
Long
Ruckus.
Kiss Goodnight.
Listen, guys. Listen, I can say
Ay,
he
Dios
was a huge hit. I could say True Lies was a huge hit.
True
I'm talking
Lies.
about
True Lies
a gem.
is
Let me
classic.
finish. A gem of a movie that
You
didn't
already
get
finished. How long are you
didn't
going to
get-
keep talking about the? I've never
Well,
heard
I'm
somebody
waiting-
speak that long about the Long
I'm
Kiss
waiting
Goodnight.
for you to just be professional and let me finish.
I'm being
I'm
professional.
almost
You
done.
finished. No, there's no
Yeah,
way. There's no
the
way
plane
you're giving
is
us a
ready to
5-minute
land. Rich,
synopsis
the plane
on the
is
Long
ready to
Kiss
land.
Goodnight,
Why won't
buddy.
you let? Why won't you let the plane land?
Gee. Oh, Jimmy
The plane
Fallon.
is running out of
Jimmy
fuel.
Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy
Yeah, you finally
Fallon.
figured it.
I wouldn't watch anybody on Jimmy Fallon. But Jimmy Fallon's funny though. He's kind of funny.
Anyway, my point being
Yeah,
is, if
that
you haven't
Tight
seen
Pants
it,
song.
The Long Kiss Goodnight. I haven't failed you guys with my recommendations. If you have not seen it, I recommend to see it again. That is Clark's tip of the week. The Long Kiss
Clark's
Goodnight.
Tip of the week.
The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh my
Rich, you're starting to get cranky, Rich.
No,
You
Long
promised
Kiss
me.
Goodnight. Come on,
you
I'm not promising you nothing, man. I'm
You were
being
doing so
professional.
good, Rich.
No.
What do
Promising
you mean?
women,
No,
I gotta
no.
agree with your bullshit.
I didn't say you had to agree with my
Long
bullshit.
Kiss Goodnight.
Did you even? Oh,
Long
wait, let
Kiss
me just say,
Goodnight.
Did
Let
you
me
see
ask
it?
you something.
Did you see
Let
it?
me ask you something.
Did you even see the movie?
Why don't you throw some?
Hold on. What is it about, Rich? What
don't
did you see?
Why don't you throw a Batman up in all
Team,
that Superman?
Can I just say something, guys?
Yeah, I got
I
a
don't
quick
think he's
question
seen
for
the
you.
movie. I don't think he's
I
even
seen
seen the
Long
movie.
Kiss Goodnight.
He's
It
a
wasn't all
liar.
that.
Oh, tell me about it then. What
Wasn't all
happened in the
that.
beginning of the movie?
Bitch lost her memory. She was a spy, killer, assassin.
I just
and
said
ends
that.
up living at a ranch, and her memory comes back. And the person that she's living with is trying to murk her. And Samuel Jackson is trying to wake her up. Boring. Been there. Seen that. Good night. Long Kiss Goodnight. That's something that Sleepy Man will watch.
Oh, okay. Whatever you say, Rich. Listen,
Long
guys. Let me just say.
Goodnight.
Let's just say you guys know that Rich is always gonna hate any recommendation. I have not failed you guys.
That is the
I
weakest
said it was a retro classic, and I said a gem that I was.
Wait,
asking them to go check
Sylvia
out.
said Conan. No, it's not Conan, right? It was Jimmy Fallon, right?
No, it was Jimmy Fallon. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, right.
Eugene
Usually
said-
they The Notebook. Get out of here, Loon Kiss. Good night. How dare you tell my people?
Well, first
some
of all,
shit like that? Now hold
the
on really
Notebook-
quick. Hold on
the
really
Notebook-
quick. We're not talking about the Notebook. I
wasn't
literally,
going to talk about the Notebook.
I will mute you, sir.
I was not going to talk about the Notebook.
Any man that watched the Notebook, go kill yourself right now. I'll tell you
That's
that.
ridiculous.
Please.
And frankly, that's sexist what you're saying.
Oh my
And
God,
it's misogynistic.
stop.
It's misogynistic.
Shut up.
We have ladies
That was the
on the
most
chat room.
That was the most corniest, stupidest
Okay,
movie
Rich.
ever.
Okay.
If I want to get all emotional and shit like that, I watch shit like Awakenings with real actors. Thank you. Robert De Niro, Robin Williams, Trauma,
Robert De
The
Niro.
Notebook.
Robert De Niro.
What's wrong?
Robin Williams.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, thank you. Now, there is one show that is doing better numbers than The Mandalorian. Okay?
Yes.
Now, that show is The Queen's Gambit. Now, if anybody likes movies or TV shows about chess, Queen's Gambit will have you literally pausing the movie and then looking up these strategies and moves that this little girl is learning. Now, I'm only going to say that I watched the first 2 episodes and it's phenomenal so far. Doing better numbers than The Mandalorian. One of the best shows to come out of Netflix with the data that's coming back. More people are watching Queen's Gambit on Netflix than anything else on Netflix. So, next week, we'll talk about the Queen's Gambit. We'll put that on our list. Okay? As usual, Clark's microphone went out. We haven't heard a word you say, buddy. Hurry up, buddy. We got 2 minutes before we got to end the show. As usual. Clark, what did we say about
I'm fine.
There you go.
You know what I did? I
You
muted it. Let me
saved
tell you why.
yourself.
But let me tell you why I muted it. I burped, and I coughed.
Yeah.
So give me credit for doing that.
Salute.
Okay?
I shouldn't have to give you credit for being a clean and decent human being, sir.
Oh, you know what?
Please.
Rich, I don't need this
Okay?
from you.
Are you kidding me?
What a hilarious.
Give me credit. Give me
Hey,
credit
guys,
so
what a
I don't burp
hilarious
in the
notion.
audience's ear.
Rich,
Jeez.
teaching me manners. What a hilarious notion.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue on, Rich. Continue on. So
Well,
I mean,
I
listen.
just want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight. This was our show, and I'll let Clark close it out.
Yeah, listen, it was a great show. I'm glad we had an opportunity to spend with you guys talking about Mandalorian, Godfather 3, all the other different things we talked about, Fargo. But, just want you guys to know that we continue to bring top-notch entertainment news to you guys.
Facts, Eugene.
Unlike other failed experiments that happen to be premiering on Tuesday nights before our show premieres on Wednesdays. Tune in this Friday for Friday Night Freestyle. Rich, what time are we starting that?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if we're gonna do a Friday night freestyle this Friday. It's still up in the air, Clark. But I'll first let everybody know.
I know it's early.
Yeah.
It's early, but there are a lot of people on here that may not know this or may not have tuned in last year.
Yeah.
But there's a little thing that we do at the end of the year, and it's called the 12 Days of Ruckus.
Oh, I was gonna
Wanna
say
give
it's
the
called.
plug?
I was gonna say end the show on Clark, but no. 12 Days of Ruckus. We'll tell you more about that on Friday. Clark, great show. Guys,
Hey,
thank you for
guys.
tuning in. And we will see you guys. I'm not sure if tomorrow night at 9:30 we're doing Let's Talk That Shit. If we are, we'll be live at 9:30 for Let's Talk That Shit. If not, Friday morning for Friday Morning Freestyle. Everybody have a good night and thank you for tuning in. Salute.
Salute. Have a good night.